15 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Coming up on the first pitch, Andy Pages getting ready to hit.
Andy Pages.
And we're off and running in a brand new season.
7 o'clock.
On the ground to third. Zips it across, and the first out of the game is an easy
Batting
one.
second, the designated hitter, Otto Lopez.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Acuna gets under it, 2 away. And up next for Miami, Elly De La Cruz. De La Cruz, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. 2 down, nobody on. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. Base knock right field.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the
tries to get back and save.
Ball 1. Ball.
Elly looking to steal. Pitch outside. Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game. That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. The throw into second. And he's in there as they jump ahead. A run scores.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That's out.
Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. Next offering is fouled back. Ouch, that one drilled him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty status. Here's the left fielder, Heriberto Hernandez. First pitch just misses.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. A 3-run homer, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Ball 2.
Swings through that one. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he won a round. Leading off, Michael Harris II. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Popped in the air. Left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Batting second, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Green, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third.
And now Matt Olson up to hit.
Ball, that's out.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone. He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy.
The 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Christopher Morel. Late on that fastball. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And that's in there for strike 1. Runner on the go. He swings and fouls one off. Morel gets his lead at first with nobody out. Quick toss to first.
No, he's
and they
in there.
almost caught him, but he's back in time. The 0-2. Up the middle. And a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Next to hit, Andy Pajas. He goes to first now, but he's back in. And here is Otto Lopez. Flied to right his first time. Harris has a beat on it. And makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Save!
No, he
And
got
they
it.
add
Save.
to their lead as the run scores from third. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Ground ball, Olsen. And he's out on the tag. They limit the damage here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin.
That's a ball.
Swings and misses. And the count is 1-1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitch.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And the bottom of the second starts with a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings through that one out in front that time. And
Off
1-2.
Ball 1.
On the ground to first. Steer takes it himself. That's one out, the bottom of the second. Here's Riley Green.
Well, these fans aren't really loving that. To walk him intentionally there seems pretty unnecessary. And you know, he's a guy they paid to come and watch.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And next for Atlanta, Kerry Carpenter. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Strikes him out with 1-0-2. On to the third inning, and now for the Marlins, Connor Norby. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Got him. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Spencer Steer.
That's to third, Riley. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work.
To first, safe, getting back to the bag. Almost hung out there. And the lefty with the 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact. Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Runner takes off. And that's going to get into the corner. Fair ball. Hernandez around third. In to score from first. And it's 5-0.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And the batter now, Christopher Morel. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
The 1-2. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run blast. And they boost their lead. It's 8-0.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So 2 down. Now here is Xavier Edwards. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-1. Out towards right center field. Acuna on the run. And that is that. Back at Truist Park. Set for the bottom of the third.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
Comes up empty.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Acuna, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That one ripped right center field. That's back. That one opts against the fence. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
All over that one right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
That's to third. And it gets by him. Headed for the plate. He will score. It's 8-1.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying.
Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. He sends one out the opposite way, and they slice into the lead. It's 8-3.
Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
1 down. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. Inside, just missed. On the ground, right side. A sliding stop to first. Nicely done for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Foul ball there.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you.
Ouch, that one got him. Man at first, now the left fielder, Riley Green. He was walked intentionally his first time. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That one at triple digits. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now 8-3. Start of the 4th. Now the Marlins leadoff hitter, Kyle Finnegan, taking over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And a foul ball. Finnegan, a 6'2 righty, 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The 2-2. In the air out towards right center. Harris racing after it. Makes the catch, one down.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Otto Lopez.
Into center. Harris on the move. Pulls it down, and there are two away. So up next, Ellie De La Cruz. 1 for 2. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball inside.
And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Pitch misses, and the count's full. And that's ball 4. Tried another splitter, but missed the spot. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. De La Cruz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ellie on his way to second. Pitch misses in. Safe. That's 2 stolen bases now for Ellie De La Show.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Man on second, 2 down. Outside low. Full count now. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. He'll touch them all. And they add to their lead. It's 10-3.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
And now, Spencer Steer. Up the middle, a dive, nice stop, fires to first, but it's not in time, base hit. So, man aboard, Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. This to third, inning over. Bottom of the 4th, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 1-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. That's smashed towards center. And there's 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Harris stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-1 now. Way inside.
Aye.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's 3-2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
registers the punch out and hits 101. New inning getting started. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez. And there's a base hit to left. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 19, Will Best.
You know, these Marlins, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Stays alive. 2-2 down. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Puts a bunt down. And he barehands it. But no play, and the bases are loaded. Great effort on that one. Might have saved a run. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 runs in to third. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And they put the tag on him for the out. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Otto Lopez. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Slides for the stop, and that's a great play for the out.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
Connor Norby, the next to hit. Ellie on the move. Safe. Make it 3 stolen bases for the cover star, Ellie De La Cruz. Check swing called strike. That is strike 2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Man at second.
Ball 1.
Struck him out swinging. Good job at damage control. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian...
Now pitching for
So the Marlins go with a new arm, Anthony Bender.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Chases the changeup in the dirt.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. On the ground, right side. To first, 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here comes Austin Riley.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
13-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.